What's up? What's up? Hey guys, it's Jackie, co-founder of Plant Chics, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Y'all, it is National Nutrition Month, and I'm going to try and do a Wellness Wednesday every week and bring just like do some education around nutrition. And I thought a really fun way to start off National Nutrition Month, hey girl, what's up, is bringing Bryan the Botanist on. And you guys, he's with Live Ultimate, and some of you might know I drink the Ultimate Elixir every morning, and I still haven't had mine yet this morning. I packed it, I walked this morning, and it's after I walk or after Mass that I have my Ultimate Elixir, and then I always have my Ultimate Shrooms in my coffee. So if any of you follow like Joel Fuhrman, Dr. Joel Fuhrman, or Dr. B, our favorite Dr. B, hey Bryan, I know you're going to be coming on, send me a request to join me. Both Dr. B and Joel Fuhrman, both recommend eating mushrooms every day. So Bryan is going to be joining me, and we will have him talk all about mushrooms, but I don't want to dive into mushrooms yet. I want to hold those for the last because, y'all, I'm obsessed with mushrooms and adaptogens, and I am doing this live from my car. Bryan, how are you?
Hey, good morning, Jackie. Happy Wellness Wednesday.
Thank you. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I'm turning up my volume a little bit more. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Bryan, how are you this morning?
Great. I did a sunrise run in Key Biscayne on the Rickenbacker Causeway with 2 training partners, and getting up at 5 a.m. It's fun because once you get your body into that lifestyle and you just takes a month or so, and it's just like anything with your diet, or we don't even call it a diet, we call it nutrition, and we call it habits. Healthy habits create excellence. So that's what we're going to talk about today for March.
I love it. So yes, it's National Nutrition Month, and Bryan, I can't thank you enough for being here and doing this Wellness Wednesday live with me today. I want to talk first about our amazing Ultimate Elixir.
Absolutely.
And first of all, Bryan, everything, and you guys, seriously, I am not kidding you. Get a piece of paper, get a pen. You are going to want to take notes because Bryan rattles all this stuff off, and you're like, wait, what? So you'll literally want to say it and re-listen to it. So Bryan, just give an overview. What is this bad boy? What is the Ultimate Elixir that I'm going to be sipping on while you're talking?
Yeah, it's great question. It's our flagship product at Live Ultimate. It's a 30-second morning solution for nutrition, along with eating plant-based, and it's 25 raw organic superfoods and super greens that are the most nutrient dense herbs and fruits and enzymes and mushrooms on earth. Herbs, so it's we're doing a lot of nutritional investigation here at Live Ultimate. I got a secondary nutrition analysis done besides the one our labs do. I scouted out and got about 3 or 4 good quotes from labs around the US. Chose a lab out of California called NutriData. And a lot of that's based on, experience in the industry and also what they deliver for the cost. Some nutritional reports are very expensive, over $1,000 easily for a chemical nutrition report to do a full spec, like everything you'd see on the back of a label. It's called Supplements Facts Panel Review. Now the Elixir is a supplement. Technically it's a dietary supplement, but the real truth of the matter is it's a raw food formula for daily health and vitality, detoxification, alkalization, filling in nutritional gaps, balance, immune strength, and it's got a lot of good nutrition. It's got a significant amount of 22 vitamins and minerals, including vitamins C and A, zinc, copper, B vitamins, K1, biotin, iron, iodine, manganese, magnesium, potassium, calcium. These are all in the leafy greens and maca, and and then it's got a lot of anti-inflammatory. So it's got so much nutrition. It's got beta glucans, a verified amount of 174 milligrams of beta glucans in each serving of the elixir. And in the shrooms, of course, it's 6 times that. It's actually 1,200 milligrams of beta glucans. But you get beta glucans to boost your immune strength, which you and I love to talk about. You get a lot of things. You get plant-based omegas in the form of 369 from Sacha Inchi and chia. You get phytochemicals and alkaloids from herbs like maca, ginger, turmeric and wheatgrass. I want to talk to you a little bit about today about recent studies. There's beets in there, a lot of greens, moringa, wheatgrass, spirulina, chlorella, Lake Klamath blue-green algae, alfalfa and kelp, all great. Superfruits, mushrooms, enzymes in all of the raw nutrition, and added enzymes to help support digestion. So just a lot of great things. And we say it gives you at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Some people would say even 7 to 10 because there's so many superfoods in here. There's 25 superfoods. None of them are cheap. There's no artificial anything. Of course, it's 100%. It's in glass packaging. It's a 30-second boost to your nutrition, and there's no reason not to take it. And it's as little as $2 a day on subscription. So for the 25 foods you're getting, it just simplifies your life. It's 35 calories, low fat with half a gram of healthy omegas, low carb, 6 grams of plant-based raw superfoods. So it's low carb, low sugar, less than 1 gram of naturally occurring sugar from lucuma, a superfruit from Peru with many health benefits, and low salt with only 20 milligrams of natural plant-based sodium and electrolytes like potassium, magnesium from, natural sources like these herbs. Maca has low amounts of, minerals in them. And it has 2 grams of plant-based protein from spirulina, moringa, and Lake Klamath blue-green algae. So yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell, 22 vitamins and minerals. And it's a great morning solution, but you can take it any time of day. I took it after my workout today, and I took the shrooms beforehand. I took it as the first thing after my workout, and my body just sucked it in.
And that's what I've been doing lately is I ride my bike over to Mass in the morning because that's what I'm doing for Lent. But I always take my Elixir with me, and then I drink it after Mass, because technically if you guys are doing intermittent fasting or time restricted feeding, these will break your fast because there's nutrition in there, right? So
yeah, I mean, there's it depends on how strict your fast is, because there's a group called LunaFast that is also doing I think a week-long or 2-week-long fasting program. They use the Elixir and shrooms. I think actually they use it to get in and out of the fast. I think anything breaks a fast, you're right, but I like it for intermittent fasting.
Me too.
But you're right. It's going to break a fast right after, in the morning. You should be breaking your fast from the last 12 hours,
Yeah, no, me too. So first of all, Bryan, you said so much amazing information. I want to dig into some of these a little bit. Someone had posted in the tribe, they're wondering what can they do for anti-aging and good nutrition. And I'm like, all right, I'm bringing Bryan the Botanist on this Wellness Wednesday Live. We're going to be specifically. And some of the nutrients that you mentioned that are in the Ultimate Elixir is vitamin C, zinc. There's all kinds of different vitamins and minerals that are good for beauty and for anti-aging. Can you talk a little bit about those and share a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I did a presentation last week on the Elixir and its beauty, nutrients, and nutrition. And I've been studying plant-based collagen, which is basically your body creates its collagen through critical vegan nutrients. You can also obviously eat animal collagen, but there is no such thing as vegan collagen. All collagen is produced by either a human being or an animal. So let's break down that myth right away. If you see collagen on a label, it's not vegan. So the Elixir creates collagen naturally in a strong way because it has high levels of zinc and vitamin C. And those are the 2 most important cofactors, critical building blocks of collagen. And there's other ones, but the 2 main ones are zinc and vitamin C. Vitamin C in skincare and vitamin C internally boosts collagen production. Any type of vitamin C, leafy greens, citrus, superfruits, and then zinc is big for immune defense, right? Zinc is good for your throat. Like whenever you start to get a little sore throat, people take a zinc lozenge. Zinc is a critical cofactor of collagen. And there's a lot of zinc in the greens, in the Elixir. Those 8 greens, it makes up 52% of the formula. We're getting back final nutritional data to back up a couple of different lab reports I've seen over the years on our product. I'm getting a little bit deeper look. I'm paying a third-party company to go a little deeper. And they're going to give us a omega profile of the exact amount of omegas. We're going to know exactly how much zinc. We know there's over 100% of your daily zinc in the Elixir, which is about 12 to 14 milligrams, I believe. Now, besides vitamin C and zinc, and by the way, when I mention these next couple of nutrients, vitamin C, they make the analogy that it is the smart grandson that puts together the puzzle of collagen, because all the building blocks are zinc, copper, vitamin A. Biotin is an excellent addition to skin health and hair health, beauty. And also, so I said copper, vitamin A, vitamin C. I mean, sorry. So C is like that brain, C is the grandson, and it's so smart that it knows how to put together the puzzle. Basically, C is good for organizing all the nutrients together and structuring them so that it builds collagen, which makes up 1/3 of your body. It's one of 3 proteins that make up your skin, along with keratin and elastin. It produces strong, healthy bones, hair, skin, and nails. There's fascia tissue, which is the bottom layer of your skin. There's muscles, there's tendons, there's cartilage, there's tissues surrounding your hair and nails. Those are all connective tissues made up of collagen. So our skin is made up of collagen. Our tendons and cartilage are. But collagen is the main protein of all connective tissue. It's not broken down by water. It's got a fiber shaped like strands of thread. It makes up 1/3 of a healthy human's body and 70% of all the protein in our skin. Things that decrease collagen production are autoimmune disorders, excess sun damage, high consumption of sugar, and smoking. So basically just like lifestyle practices that are not in balance. It's good to get sun. Sun helps produce collagen too. You need vitamin D also to have a strong immune system and healthy skin. But you don't want to, like, that's classic. Smoking is a big thing that's going to decrease. Also, age, as we get older, over the age of 25 or 30, we need to do things to promote extra collagen formation. It's collagen, like all proteins, is made up of building blocks called amino acids, which are structured with the help of vitamin C. And collagen is continually being produced in our bodies and used to repair and replenish. And it's created through dietary nutrients and skincare, which we call skin nutrition. So it's created from the inside out through our diet or our foods that we eat. And then it's created from the outside in through what we put on our skin. So yeah, you want to eat a lot of zinc from seeds, nuts, grains, beans, oatmeal, vitamin A and C from citrus, silica from horsetail, bamboo, banana, bread, beer, oatmeal, diatomaceous earth, which is a fossilized algae salt. Biotin and B vitamins, you're going to get those from nuts and seeds. And copper, you're going to get from root vegetables and greens. But you get all of that in the elixir. And altogether, this helps just, we see that people who are on a raw food diet and who juice a lot, their skin glows. So you don't need to just drink the bone broth soup. Some people are into that, but I'm talking to Plant Chics today. And we're, Live Ultimate, all of our products are proudly vegan and animal cruelty free. And so, yeah, you can produce all the collagen you need. There's no reason as a vegan or plant-based person to not have an abundance of collagen in your body being produced at all times.
Yes.
You don't need to take a vitamin either. That's a big thing. You don't need to take a vitamin.
Yeah, no, and that's huge. And you're the one through these calls that we do with Live Ultimate, like every Friday we do these little educational calls, but you're the one that taught me about the skin nutrition that's in the Ultimate Elixir. And it was after that talk that I totally made sure that I never miss a day with my Ultimate Elixir. And Riss said, and hopefully I'm saying your name right, Riss, she said that it tastes like green tea, and it does. Sometimes some people do have to acquire the taste for the Ultimate Elixir because there's no sweeteners in here. There's no fillers. It's legit 25 superfoods in there. That's all. So that's another one of the many thousands of
we didn't add any flavor to it or any sugar. A lot of companies with our green powders add like stevia or some type of sweetener, like even apple or berries or chocolate or something. We believe that you should have it in pure alkaline water, because alkalizing too has tons of proven health benefits, like reducing inflammation, balancing hormone levels, improving lean muscle mass, especially in older adults, increasing magnesium levels, which promotes the function of enzyme systems and the utilization of vitamin D, improved memory and brain function, reduced risk of hypertension, stroke, heart disease, cardiovascular function improvement. Just so many reasons, anecdotal evidence that it helps to have a more lean body. It improves your gut health to alkalize. Gut health is a huge thing too. So all gut health is tied into beauty. Everything is tied into beauty, immune strength.
And everything's tied into gut health big time. And because there is fiber in both the Elixir. Does the shroom have fiber as well, Bryan?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the shroom fiber, but it's got 3 grams.
Wow. So you
So
guys,
that's a significant amount. Yeah. And the shrooms does not have fiber. And the reason why is the mushrooms are hot water extracted, and then they go through a vacuum pressurization that removes the solid from the liquid. And all we keep is the beta glucan rich liquid that gets turned into a powder through spray dried dehydration
okay.
and evaporation into a fine, lightweight, snowflake like dust powder. That's one of the lightest mushroom extract formulas on earth. We measure it by weight instead of by volume because it doesn't always fill a bottle. I don't have a bottle right in front of me. When they fill the bottles in our lab with 90 grams, it fills to the top and then it settles a little during shipping and during storage. You got to rotate the bottle. Same thing with the Elixir. You got to rotate it because imagine this is like us taking a garden from all over the earth and putting it in a bottle. That's literally what we're doing. And the bottle, everything's raw except for the mushrooms. The mushrooms go through an intense extraction process because they have something called chitin in their cell wall that will not allow the raw mushroom to provide you with the beta glucans. You need to have hot water extraction, and in some cases, dual extraction with alcohol to get all of the amazing alkaloids out of the mushrooms. And then you don't need the fiber. Yeah, if you're going to eat a pizza or a soup or a salad that has mushrooms in it, I love my culinary mushrooms. In fact, I'm launching a mushroom festival on May 16th. I would love to have you, Jackie, be a speaker there. Yeah, I'm announcing it today for the first time. Location will be announced later this week, but we're going to have our first mushroom festival sponsored by Live Ultimate and a couple other cool people, an organic farm.
South, and you were like in the tractor or in the Jeep
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I'm totally down.
We're the whole country's opening back up soon, and in the meantime we're being cautiously optimistic that we're on the right path, and we're going to have an outdoor mushroom festival in mid-May.
Yeah, exciting. We definitely
on an organic farm. So I want you to be there, Jackie, and be one of our speakers.
100%. I'm in 100%. That's going to be so awesome. So Bryan, you talked a little bit about beta glucans. So I want you to explain what beta glucans are and why they are important. And then kind of start transitioning into ultimate shrooms. But you guys shrooms in both the ultimate elixir and the ultimate shrooms. And the ultimate shrooms is what originally brought me to Live Ultimate because I'm so obsessed, but we'll get into that in a second. So beta glucans.
Yeah, so let's start off first that beta glucans are a nutrient that comes from the mushroom fruiting body, and it can only be found either in mushroom fruiting bodies or in oats or in a yeast. So there's 3 sources. Now, the oats, the reason it has the beta glucans in it is because they grow the mycelium in it generally, is my understanding. But we know that mycelium has small amounts of beta glucans. The mycelium is the underground part of the mushroom. I don't want to lose anyone, but the mycelium is the root structure of the mushroom. It's invisible. It's underground. It's a matrix. It's like the internet. It communicates between the trees, and all the life force in it forms a fruiting body, which starts as a primordial tip, many different tips. The strongest one is selected, and that grows into the mushroom stem and cap, which are the fruiting body, and then the spores come out of the mushroom top. The mycelium is underground. It can either be grown on wood logs or in the soil or on rice or oats because it eats carbohydrates from the wood. It's nature's great recycler, mushrooms. So we use the fruiting bodies only because it has 50 to 60 times the beta glucan levels of the mycelium or the oats or the yeast. So beta glucans are the most commonly known nutrients in the mushroom fruiting body, but they're part of a full spectrum of nutrients, including triterpenes, ergosterols. These are mushroom sterols, which do amazing things for both men and women. But beta glucans are the most studied. They're used in cancer treatments. They're used in immune function. They're used for many reasons, but they're one of several. Just like CBD is the main ingredient in the main alkaloid, the main compound in cannabis, the main one in the mushroom is the beta glucan, and it's shown, according to WebMD, to boost white blood cell count, to immunomodulate, which means it balances your immune system, but it will usually strengthen it. But if you have an overactive immune system, the mushrooms tend to help to keep it modulated, which means instead of going super high and super low, it's just like right in, we call it cruise control for your immune system, taking the mushrooms and the beta glucans. Of course, you still need vitamin C, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. Those are critical ones to get as well for healthy immune function. just all around great diet. But because we don't believe in just one thing, you know, we believe in everything being connected and, you know, eating a rich diet. So the mushrooms and the beta glucans, yeah, sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent there, but basically beta glucans are known first and foremost for immune strength, but you probably didn't know this. They help with wound repair. So we have them in our skincare, and they're known to help with skin defense mechanisms, just like for your immune system. They strengthen your skin's dermal defense layer against pathogens like bacteria, pollution, oxidative stress, which you've heard of from free radical damage. So basically the mushrooms in our skincare are from fruiting bodies. I verified that with our lab in Boca Raton. I asked them exactly where are these beta glucans from, because I wanted to know if it's yeast. I just wanted to know. They said mushrooms. And the fruiting, they said the above ground. I was like, excellent. We got another, we don't have to do anything there. So we know that they help with intracellular communication and skin defense mechanisms. And then they also help with wound repair and anti-aging. So they're in our eye cream, they're in our night cream, they're in our day cream, they're in our serum, those 4 formulas. And then beyond that, they help with just, you know, mushrooms are known to help with brain health, mood. There's been a lot of depression studies on psilocybin, but other mushrooms also help with improving mood and boosting brain health, memory, cognition, concentration. They help with sports performance. They help with lowering your blood sugar, balancing your cholesterol, lowering your blood pressure, helping with stress as an adaptogenic support system. So their mushrooms are incredible, and they're great for beauty. Yeah, primarily because they're going to defend you, and they also help with wound repair, which I think is cool because that makes sense. They're like, they go into your body and boost everything. So they speed up wound repair.
Right. So when you were talking about beta glucans, in a way, it almost sounds like you're describing adaptogens too. So adaptogens, and I heard you describe adaptogens this way, and I love it. It's just like if you're in your car and you have your car on cruise, if it needs to speed up, it'll speed up on its own. And if it needs to slow down, like if you're going up a hill, it's going to speed up. And if you're going down a hill, then it's going to slow down.
I mean, you feel that, yeah.
Yeah. But that's basically what adaptogens do in your body, and that's what they do in a plant. Like, they protect plants from extreme conditions, and not all plants have adaptogens in them, but mushrooms have adaptogens. Maca, which is in our Ultimate Elixir, those have it has adaptogens. So adaptogens just help our body regulate, like what you said, Bryan, and it's so important. Like, I am so obsessed with these mushrooms, and like what I was saying before you came on here, Dr. Joel Fuhrman and Dr. B, they both, like Dr. Fuhrman, he talks about G-bombs. You've got to have greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds every day. And then Dr. B, his things are F goals. And it's basically the same thing, but he has a little bit more in there, but they both have mushrooms included. So not only should you be eating mushrooms and onions and like just a variety of plants every day, that is one reason why, and I don't have my Ultimate Shrooms bottle with me, but I do have my Ultimate Shrooms every day, at least once a day. Bryan, I've got a question. Is there can I have any shrooms? Can I have 2 servings of the shrooms a day? Is that too much?
Yeah, you can take 2 servings a day. Primarily if you're traveling, like flying on an airplane, or you're changing climates or international travel. Also, if you're working a very long shift, like a super shift, like a 8 to 10 or 12 or 14-hour shift, or doing an intense project like tax season, you know. But also if you're going to run a marathon, you know, I take one before the marathon. And then something that happens to marathon runners is a delayed immune depression, a delayed depression of your immune system that happens like a day after. So I've learned now, after half and full marathons, any type of super intense exercise, like 100-mile bike ride, 24-hour run. There's people doing 100 miles that are friends of mine. They're crazy. I've never done more than 35. I love it because it inspires me. I never touched that distance. I've touched 26, 45 times, but in 35 once. But I have friends that just last weekend did 100 miles in the Everglades and stuff, and it takes them about 2 days, but your immune system is going to get beat down by that. So you could take the mushrooms throughout that whole weekend to support you. when I flew to, Germany a couple of years ago, or Albania from a music festival I went to, I took the shrooms and the CBD especially, but also travel elixir, because I was taking the mushrooms 2 times a day is enough, but you can take 5 to 10 grams of fresh, or the way that it's tough to measure. Ours is dry, but Jeff Chilton, our mushroom expert, told us he takes like 10 to 12 grams of fresh reishi a day, or dried reishi, I think it is. But he takes a lot of reishi, and there's studies that show you can take a lot of reishi. Reishi is a good autoimmune balancer. We were talking about adaptogenic balance. Reishi is the #1 natural way to treat lupus, which is a woman's autoimmune disorder. So I saw someone on your chat say they had an autoimmune issue, and I know shiitake and reishi have been studied for that. Probably chaga too. And these mushrooms are just incredible. They help with everything. So, especially but as far as, athletic performance, like cordyceps is a famous Olympic mushroom that like the Chinese Olympic team took before the Beijing Olympics. They had every single athlete on the Olympic team take it. It's been used by royalty for thousands of years for fertility, for strength, and it's not just a male thing. This is for women and men. It doesn't boost testosterone. It adaptogenically puts your body into peak vitality. And they call reishi the mushroom of immortality, and cordyceps is the most expensive herb in the world when it's in its wild form. It's called golden thread. It's revered by the Nepalese in the Himalayan mountains where it grows, and they collect it from the forest. Grows out of the grounds from caterpillar heads. But we get ours veganly tissue cultured. Is veganly a word? Ours are vegan produced. Now it is. But mushrooms can be taken 2 times a day. Yeah, especially if you have a cold or a flu or something. But our formula is so strong that you really only need to take it once a day, because it's 3,000 milligrams, which is like a triple strength formula. Because a lot of mushroom formulas are going to be about 500 to 1,000 milligrams. I've seen some that are 1,600, but ours is the only formula I've ever found that's in a glass bottle, 8 ingredients, and only 8 mushrooms. That's it. No preservatives, no fillers, no carriers, nothing. A lot of these companies use coffee in their mushrooms. They use stevia, they use cacao, adaptogenic herbs, which are great, but mushrooms are the most expensive superfood in the world. No doubt about it. And as far as nature intended, mushrooms are the most expensive superfood, and therefore a pure mushroom formula is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah. So 2 things I want to go over. So all of those mushrooms that Bryan was just talking about, we have 8 different mushrooms in our ultimate shrooms. I'm sorry, we've got 4 in the elixir. So all of those that Bryan just spoke about, and again, this live is going to be saved, so you can come back in here, you can take notes, or you can rewatch it and take notes. But all 8 of those mushrooms are included in the ultimate shrooms. You just put 1 scoop in your coffee, in your smoothie, and whatever. And literally, if I have a long day, I do sometimes go back in and double dip and do another cup of coffee or another something with the shrooms in them, because I'm so obsessed.
Golden milk. My girlfriend and I have lately been adding it to golden milk powder. We bought a nice golden milk powder, and we just get boiling water. We put in a scoop of, yeah.
We actually have a recipe here on our YouTube and also on our Plant Chics page with the milk with the shrooms in there. I'm gonna have to reshare that one because it's so
also lemonades, like ice cold lemonades, are really good. A couple of great recipes are either like chaga was famously used in like either lemonade or in coffee in Russia and Japan, where it was been primarily used, in Norway, Northern Europe, Northern Canada. That's where it grows on the wild. You can't farm it. It only grows in the wild and you collect it. So chaga lemonade and chaga coffee are big. Cordyceps, reishi, lion's mane, all of these mushrooms can all be used in coffee or in a coffee substitute, because we don't just want to promote coffee. And there was actually a little bit of a discussion in the Live Ultimate family in the last week about, should we be promoting any coffee at all? And my mindset is, coffee in its, when grown with care and consumed mindfully in balance, is a superfood with nutrition in it, and it's also preventative. It helps prevent certain cancers, studies have shown, in small amounts.
As long as it is, like you said. And that's one of the another things that I love about Live Ultimate. Like, the company genuinely cares about the environment and all the ambassadors and everyone who consumes the product. So I think that's wonderful. And Bryan, before we leave, because we are at about 30 minutes, I do want you to talk about, because there's so many different mushrooms out there that are available. How does someone find out, because you talked a little bit about fruiting bodies and beta glucans. These are the important components of any mushroom supplement. But how does one know what they're getting in a supplement? Obviously, that's what we include in ours at Live Ultimate and Ultimate Shrooms and the Ultimate Elixir. But not all companies do that, especially the very inexpensive ones. So can you talk a little bit about that, and then we'll wrap up?
Yeah. You just want to, read your label. It's the bottom line. We have a hashtag read your labels, because what you put in and on your body matters. So skincare is just as important as food, but you look at all sides of the packaging, and you especially look at the back at the ingredient list, and look for either the words other ingredients, or look on the supplements facts panel on the back. Usually, if it doesn't say fruiting body, it's probably not the fruiting body. Most companies are using mycelium. If you see the word mycelia or mycelium anywhere on the packaging, most likely they went the cheap route, which is to grow it on brown rice, not on wood logs. Has like less than 1% beta glucan levels instead of our lab proven, third party guaranteed 35% beta glucans in our formula, because all the mushrooms have different amounts. Chaga has a much lower amount of beta glucan, much higher amount of melanin, which is also a beauty nutrient that helps from sun protection and good skin. Yeah.
No,
Chaga can. But yeah, you want to just look for those words, fruiting bodies or mycelium, and look for the amounts on the back. Like our mushrooms on the back, we say uncompromising standards, our mushroom blend consists of 100% mushroom fruiting bodies containing beta glucan levels not less than 30%. Each mushroom is listed on the back, organic cordyceps mushroom, 450 milligrams. Each one is half a gram. And, also look on the side, because some companies now are, I know Four Sigmatic, I'll give them a small shout out. They had fruiting body word, that's it, on the side of their box, but that's it. I just looked on all sides of the boxes. We put it on like numerous sides. Like we educate. We put on the side of our bottle, fruiting body versus mycelium. And we explain that the mycelium is a cheap, less potent form of the mushroom, and that the fruiting body is where the true nutritional value is. And yeah, we just, say that you should grow your mushrooms as nature intended on wood logs. They actually produce the right compounds that way too. We didn't talk about that, but if you grow them on rice, they don't produce, just like if you have salmon eating a fake diet or any type of animal, it's not going to produce the same,
nutrient.
And yeah, they have to dye salmon, red, because it doesn't eat the krill and the astaxanthin that it gets to make it red. Same thing with the mushrooms. They don't produce all the spectrum of nutrients if you don't grow them on wood. But yeah, mushroom formulas, just, read your label. The number one thing you want to look for is it organic? Is it third-party tested? Is it have beta glucans levels reported? Does it have fruiting bodies? Does it have any other ingredients? That's about it. Don't worry about, where it's made. There are some amazing farmers all over the world that have been growing mushrooms for thousands of years. Worry more about, is it a fruiting body or is it a mycelium, which is a starch substitute? And we don't need starches from mushrooms. We can get starches from potatoes and other things in our diet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So super informative. So you guys, Bryan is on Live Ultimate. He does Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday at this time. And he brings it every single week. He'll interview different people. He educates on different topics. So Live Ultimate not only has the Ultimate Elixir, the Ultimate Shrooms, they also have a CBD oil, and they also have skin nutrition. So we didn't even get to touch on that stuff really. So I do recommend give Live Ultimate a follow Bryan the Botanist, and you guys will learn so much. And we talked about so much today. Again, this will be saved. And if you are people are asking about different autoimmune diseases, Hashimoto's, they're asking about different medical diseases. One, always talk to your doctor about it. Two, bring the information. You can go to the link in our Plant Chics bio and you can look and see. You'll find all the information about the Ultimate Elixir and the Ultimate Shroom. Take that information to your doctor, and if you want to, you can have your doctor reach out to me. And if I don't know the answers, then I will get them in touch with Bryan at Live Ultimate, and we'll find out if this is a good supplement for you. You guys, there's so many good things with the Ultimate Shrooms and the Elixir. Remember, you cannot out-supplement a bad diet. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. Nutrition is key. Eating a plant-forward, plant-strong diet is 100% the best thing that you can do. And then add in, I literally, and you guys know, I'm a plant chick. I eat predominantly plants. I eat some soul food, so I'm not like, I'm not perfect all the time, but I do not miss a day. I drink my ultimate elixir every morning around 8:30 or 9 because it does break your fast. And then I always have at least one cup of coffee with my shrooms in it. And I sometimes put it in my smoothie too. So voila, that's it. Do you guys have any questions? Or Bryan, do you have any parting words? This will be saved for you guys to come back and watch though, for sure.
Oh, just I always have a blast with Jacque and Plant Chics. Jackie's come to my running club before. She's always stopping by the office and brightening up our already bright office, which you can see if I turn it around here. We're all about, here's our beautiful ambassador family, the Wall of Fame. Jackie's a part of that. Here's my brand new podcasting center I just set up this week, so I haven't even used it yet. But Jacque, I want to have you in the office soon in the next couple of months, and we'll do a session in here and face to face. And I want to ask you more questions about fiber, because that's something that I'm always curious about, and other things that you've been studying. So, and we have Mushroom Fest coming up. So yeah, just thanks for having me today as your guest. We'll be, and guys, remember, every day is National Nutrition Day and month. So it's all about healthy habits, and, there's self-destruction and then there's self-love. And, I think self-destruction is so easy because people sometimes, eat and they don't realize what they're doing, but that's self-destructive when you don't think about what you're doing. Same thing, when you drink too much, same thing when you smoke, same thing when you're not being conscious of what you're doing. What would your higher self think? Would it want you to do that? Because you want to live a long life, and it's all about quality of life. So just all those little decisions in the day are what make up excellence and your health. Not any one, magic bullet. So if you just start in the next, want to move in that direction and set your intention, you're going to move in that direction. And then just keep supporting that move. Lean into it, as the kids are saying nowadays. So thanks for having me, Jacque.
Wrong way to wrap up. That was like a huge motivational talk. I loved it. And Bryan,
oh yeah, every day should be. But National Nutrition Month, yes. March. Last month was American Heart Health Month. It's good though, because we're studying. Then I learned a lot more about the heart last month just by doing a little extra research.
Yeah. And you guys, if anyone's watching, so if you love these products and you say, hey, you know what, I want to look into being a Live Ultimate ambassador, give me a shout. And literally, we have a call every Friday with Live Ultimate. I learned so much, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring Bryan on here. I love all the beauty part of the Ultimate Elixir and all this amazing stuff. So if you're interested in learning more about becoming a Live Ultimate ambassador, reach out to me, and I'll invite you to the call on Friday. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. And there's the Star Products.
Yes. Bryan. Thanks, Jacque.
All right.
Stay tuned for more from Live Ultimate and Plant Chics coming soon, guys.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.